Hey guys, so welcome to the vlog. I've actually not done a vlog in a while. I thought today I needed, to come on here and maybe do a little story time or talk to you guys about some stuff that's been going on with me. So I guess I'm going to begin. So last year, I don't know if a lot of you know, but I used to be on drugs real bad. I did a lot of bad things I'm not proud of in my lifetime. But last year I got saved, and I knew I had to get off the drugs and stuff. And I was on stuff. I wasn't just on pills. I was on meth. I was on alcohol. I was on, you name it, I did it. But last year I decided to go to the methadone clinic. And I've been on methadone for the last little over a year now. Last year sometime I started having problems in my stomach, like I felt like I had a bulge up under my ribs, and I started having like this weird feeling in my skin, like stuff was crawling on me, and thought it was anxiety, thought it was my gallbladder, went to the hospital numerous times. Then it finally went away after about a month of having these weird feelings. I got really depressed. Thought maybe it was the methadone. I was on too high of a dose. I went up really slow on the methadone because I do have anxiety really bad, and you can't take anxiety medication while you go there. And I thought numerous times, I need to quit, but I was doing so good. I've not failed any drug screens. I've been doing really good just taking my medicine and stuff out there. So about a couple months ago, I noticed that at work, and I've kept a job for over a year, which, I've done really good, and I love this job. I moved up really fast. I started out in housekeeping, and within 6 months I'd moved up to assistant supervisor. So I was really proud of myself considering the life, I was living before, and I knew the Lord was opening up all these doors for me. And I still know that He has opened up doors for me, and, I believe that, the wages of sin is death, and that what we sow, we also are going to reap. And I might just be reaping mine through my body, I don't know. But about a month ago, I noticed that my arms, when I'm up moving around, my arms started turning like really red, almost like I was having an allergic reaction to something. It's gotten to where it's moved like from my arms. I have this tingly feeling in the back of my head running down my neck. It runs all through my body sometimes, and I still had that feeling like up under my stomach sometimes, like I had a bulge. I almost felt like I was having an allergic reaction to food or something. And
Chris, my lamp.
Sorry about that. That was my mom. But anyways, I was feeling like I was having an allergic reaction to maybe food, and we almost kind of thought maybe I was, the doctors. I finally found a doctor that's doing a lot of stuff on me. I had to have an MRI on my head done sometime this week. If not this week, then next week. And he also found a knot in my throat, which I do smoke cigarettes. I want to quit really bad. Found a lump in my throat up here, which it could all be my thyroid. It could be, he said I might have some neurological stuff going on. And then we've also thought that I might have an autoimmune disorder. All I know is I've been really sick. I've not felt good. I know a lot of people think that I'm having a lot of anxiety. But the doctor also told me that my heartbeat was, my heart's skipping a beat. Like every 10 to 15 beats, it skips a beat. And so he thought maybe I should switch off the methadone, maybe to Subutex or something different like that. But at the same time, I feel like maybe the Lord's telling me, that I don't need to be on that medication. I need to come off of it. But at the same time, I'm worried about, with all this stuff I'm going through right now, with having all the pain in my head and in my body. Sometimes my arms, they'll burn and hurt, and then I have really bad headaches. And with all this other stuff going on, I feel like, what's going to be the safest route for me, considering, I don't want to get on stuff again to the point where I end up doing other things, which I don't think I would, but you never know. When you've been an addict before, I've done it. I've been an addict for so long, so many years, that I know how the devil can come up on you, and he gets you at your lowest time and gets you to do things. And that's where I have to be strong in my faith and pray and ask the Lord to help me through this, because right now I feel like I'm at my wit's end. I don't feel good half the time. I've gotten to where I get sick when I'm at work, and I've had a lot going on with me, but I'm getting ready to start having my MRI done sometime, in the ultrasound, and I thought, maybe somebody out there might be having the same problems I'm having right now, and maybe needs to see some stuff like this. So I thought maybe I can vlog my, what I'm going through, and, maybe you guys can see the Lord do a miracle in my life too, and, also see, if you're having these kind of medical issues and you feel like I feel, like they're never going to find out what's wrong with you, and that, that you're just, sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy, and, I know I'm not, because I know that there's something wrong with me, and I know it's not just anxiety. I do have anxiety really bad. I admit that I do. Sometimes it can be really bad, and my depression and anxiety is getting worse because I know I'm sick, and I feel like, this doctor that I have now, I've got a referral in to go to, the arthritis doctor, which is the ones that will test me for the autoimmune disorders, and then he said I might have something neurological going on, which the MRI, I guess, might show that. So hopefully they find out what's going on with me. But yeah, I thought, don't get me wrong, the Lord has done so much in my life in the last year. I just feel like I'm at a crossroad, and I don't know what to do. As far as like the clinic goes, I definitely don't want to choose that over. I'm not going to choose that over God or anything. But I also know that the Lord knows that we're in human flesh, and our flesh is sinful, and I don't know that if I'm strong enough to come off the methadone or off being on something, to help me not to do other things. I don't know. I am praying and reading my Bible, and I'm still trying to, I want the Lord to do His will in my life. I want His will and not my own. So that's where I've got to, I'm just going to pray, and hopefully He'll show me the way to go. And I need you guys to pray for me as well, because with everything that's going on with me, sometimes I feel like I'm so alone, because, I know my mom and my cousin, they all live here, and they're rooting for me, and they're trying to help me, but you can only help so much. So, but yeah, I thought you guys would like to see me vlog about everything that's going on, because they want me to get my weight down, which I have gained a lot of weight in the last year. I guess that'll being off drugs, and then also if something's going on with my thyroid, that could be another reason why I'm gaining so much weight. I was working sometimes 7 days a week. So it's not because I'm laying around and lazy, because I'm definitely not that, but I don't know what's going on with my body, but something's wrong, and I'm going to start vlogging, and let you guys know everything that's going on with, as far as my MRI goes, the ultrasound of my neck, and then eventually what they find out what's wrong with me, and then let you guys see, what might happen when I go out of the clinic. It's real life stuff, and people go through this every day, and maybe this is something that somebody else needs to see as well. Maybe somebody out there is going through the same thing I am. So I just wanted to let you guys know what's been going on with me. That's the reason why I've not been vlogging as much in the last year or two. Plus I work all the time, and I'm pretty tired when I get off work. So, but yeah, that's what's going on. And I guess if you guys have any questions for me, just ask. And I want you guys to see real life stuff, what goes on with people, from medical issues to drug abuse, to losing weight. I've got to do it all, it seems like, to quit smoking too. So I got to do all this stuff, and and religion, because without the Lord I couldn't do any of these things, and without the Lord I wouldn't have come as far as I have in the last year. And if you knew me before I got saved, then you would know what I'm talking about, because I was an awful, awful person. I've done a lot of bad things, and I am going to pay for the sins I've committed, and just like everybody will, but I can say one thing: I'm a sinner saved by grace now. I'm not just a a sinner out there sinning. I'm just a sinner saved by grace, and I know the Lord's got my back, and He's got my best interest at hand. So I want you guys to pray for me, and come along on the journey with me, and maybe hopefully something gets figured out. I hope, anyways. But guys, have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.